Hi everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. It is late, guys. It's about 10:32. It's been a long day, and the challenge was getting here to tonight. But I said I was going to be here, so I'm taking the time out to show up here. So I hope you guys had a great week. I hope everything is going well, and these messages are really helping you. I'm exhausted, guys. I have my tea. I like to drink tea, have it like every night before I head off to bed because it soothes. Chamomile tea is really good and it soothes everything. Um, it's been like a long day and finally got some things off my plate. And it took a lot to do, but I got some things off my plate, which is good. And I am learning to relax and take care of myself because I decided that I'm just going to rest this weekend and I'm not going to do anything extra, which is hard but necessary because I'm starting to like feel like so exhausted. So when that happens, then I know I need to rest. But I hope everyone is doing well and these messages are helping you. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Um, you know, please keep showing up. Like I said, every day will be different messages, but it will all relate to healing. Grief, healing, pain, inner childhood wounds that we need to heal. All of those things affect our life in a negative way. So if we don't have an outlet for those things, you know, then we can't heal from it. Like I grew up in a family where what happens in this house stays in this house. But if that happens, then how can you heal? Because there's no outlet for the pain to go through. So it stays stuck and stagnated within you, and there's no growth, there's no healing because of it. So I had to relearn a lot of things that I was taught as a child and what I grew up with, and I had to recondition all of that, and that's also part of the healing process, because not everything that we were taught. Um, will help us with our healing. Like what I just said, being taught that what happens in his house stays in his house, then there's no healing. Because if no one is, talking about these things and pretending that it didn't happen or walking around it, then no one is getting the help they need and there's no outlet for the pain. That's why I started in a place of therapy because therapy is step one. And as I did that, I didn't know how this is going to play out. I just knew that I needed to start there. And, me and my therapist today, I'm able to talk to him about a lot of things that I haven't, been able to talk about for far so long. And like I said, it's like a ton of bricks that's on your back, and you just throw those bricks off and you can walk freely up that hill. So today we're going to talk about healing and manifestation. Once you start to feel better, you do better. Once you start to heal, you start to feel better. And like I said, it feels like a ton of bricks are now off your back, and you can walk and you can jump, skip, and hop. And also, what happens is you self care and then you start to manifest. One of the ways I do that is through prayer, staying close to God, staying in prayer and meditation. You know, um, when I was on here yesterday, I talked about the past, and why it's important for me not to allow the past back in because they're not coming back um, because they're, they've changed for the better. And they genuinely care about me. They want to come back and, you know, make sure that I can't heal from whatever. And this is why I cut off, block, and delete and leave it where it is. You know, a lot of challenges and obstacles I've had with this healing process. And I had to really sit down and look at life and look at, you know, what I was dealing with, you know. And it took a lot to do that. It was a lot of pain and things. But, you know, after I got rid of all of the toxicity that was in my life and causing me pain, and like I said, like a ton of bricks on your back that you can't get rid of. And then I just one day decided cut off, block, and delete because I can't deal with the toxicity. It literally makes you sick when you have to deal with individuals and situations that cause you a lot of pain. And, you know, sometimes you just have to, you know, when you set boundaries and the boundaries are not respected, you just have to make other decisions. In my case, I knew the decisions I had to make was to cut off, block, and delete. You know, it's important to heal. And inner peace, when you start to feel that, there's nothing like that. Nothing in the world like that. I really started, like I told my therapist today, I for the first time in my life, I understand what my mother meant before she passed away when she said that um, she just want peace. You know, when you have that inner peace, you know, you don't care about all the toxicity and all the stuff that's going on around you. You care about your health, your physical and mental health. You care about growing, evolving. And then one day you can be a testimony to other people because all of the things that I've gone through that I've talked about, I haven't even talked about most of the things, but you know, little by little, because the things that I've gone through, no person can go through that and come back without the help of God. And that's what I've learned. And these lessons that were so difficult, so the pain was so overwhelming, you know, but God helped me. You know, when you are down to the ground and you ask God for help and you're pleading and asking Him, He will come through and help you. But one of the other things that I want to tell you guys is that when you make vows, VOWS, vows to God, and even if it's seemed little or whatever, and you keep those vows, God take 2, 3, and 4 steps on your behalf, you know, because now you are recognizing that you need Him and you're putting your trust in Him instead of in another person, you know, because people can always let you down, but God will never let us down. And you don't have to be religious, you don't have to be part of a religious organization to have a relationship with God. And I'm talking from experience. Like I said, I had to, um, when it comes to how I grew up and what I grew up believing, etc., I had to recondition all of that because I see, you know, how this work and how God works on my behalf. And one of the things that I did say that I was going to do is help other people because there's people out there that I knew that you know, that meant something to me, and seeing people in pain. One person actually committed suicide, and that just, you know, no one needs to be in that much pain where they think that there's no hope, they're in despair. You know, if they don't have a support system, you know, start with therapy. Like I said, that's the place to start. And you know, don't give up on yourself. Self investment is so important. And as you learn to get through these obstacles, like I talk a lot about lessons, these things are lessons that we have to learn so that we can never repeat them and move on with our life, you know. And once you learn these things, you can be a blessing to somebody else because what you went through or what you're going through, you can share that with other people and let them know that they can get through it. Because if you can get through it, they can get through it too. And you share how you've gotten through it, and that will help them as well. Because, we all have something that we've been dealing with. But when we can help other people, and you might save somebody's life, you know, because some people are at the point of despair, and despair means that they are at the point of hopelessness, and we don't want anyone to ever feel that way, because there is help out here, and we just have to, reach out. And that's what I did. I had a hard time doing that, but as I did that, I knew I needed to get from A to B to C to D. When I feel like giving up sometimes, because sometimes, we're human and I feel like giving up at times, I even force myself to even do more, and then I just go in prayer with God, asking Him to help me, this happened, and etc. and so forth. Know that when you do this and you start working on yourself and you start to feel better and do better and take care of what you wasn't taking care of before, you're going to gain haters sometimes, because some people get envious and jealous that you taking care of yourself. I don't understand that. Somebody explain that to me in a comment category, because I don't understand that. you know you're taking care of yourself, your physical and mental health, and you want to, as you feel better, you do better, you continue to take care of yourself, try to help other people. Why are people threatened by that? Why are some people feeling threatened by that? That doesn't make sense to me. Explain that if somebody can, because I just see that as, you don't want to see anybody get help. Nobody should ever want somebody to be in so much pain that they're in despair and feel hopeless. We should be helping one another. And I see, like, the world we live in today is so toxic. A lot of toxicity and fakeness, fake love, fake friends, fake this, fake that. You know, me myself, I prefer genuine friends. Having real friends, embracing new beginnings. That's why, guys, a lot of stuff I had in my life, I just closed the door to it. It was the hardest thing in my life to do, because some of these things were, these were family members, friends that so-called friends I grew up with, and I just left it all behind to work on me, you know. And I grew up in a religion that where, you do what you're told. You don't ask many questions, just do it. And when I started asking questions, it became a problem. And once you get kicked out, family shun you. I was a Jehovah Witness, not by my choice, because my mom got involved in a religion when I was about 6 years old, but I got out at the age of 23, as they excommunicated me, or whatever they want to call it. But at the time, I saw it as the worst thing of my life. But today, I see it as the best thing of my life. You know why, guys? Because it was a lesson to be learned. And as I learn these lessons, I grow from them, and I can help other people who may be part of something, and they don't know what direction to go. Like I said, you don't have to belong to a specific religious organization to have a relationship with God. you know um Prayer, just pray to Him and ask Him to help you. And if you're sincere and you're really serious about healing, God will help you as you take a step. And I'm living proof of that. And it's not easy, it's hard. But one of the things that I am proud of, guys, is that as I start meditating and praying, I see myself doing things more. Like, today was a real difficult day. I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't even want to get out of bed, because, guys, even though I'm on here and I talk to you guys, I still suffer with grief. And the grief comes from loss. Like I said, people who were really genuine in my life who are no longer here. Um, One of the things is my mom, like, not being able to talk to her anymore. And it's sometimes it just hits me like a song or something I see that reminded me of her, or a conversation, and then the grief comes in, and sometimes it's hard, but I force myself, like I was talking to my therapist about it, find ways to get yourself out of that so I don't stay stuck in that grief. And music helps. But one of the other things that help is that I don't procrastinate about doing things that I need to do anymore. I know I need to do something, so I just get it done. Like after work today, I had a lot of stuff to do. One thing that it's like one, have you guys ever had a week where one thing after another happens? The old part of me before I start to heal, I would say to hell with this. I'm not doing this. It's just gonna, whatever happened, it's just gonna stay like it is. And that was one of the things my mom used to get on me about a lot. But as I start to heal and grow, I know that wasn't the proper way to handle things. I mean, I had my headlight went out on my car, and then it's just, yeah, I just, getting home late because I had to go get that fixed. And the old version of me would say, to hell with this, it'll just have to stay like that for a while, whatever. But no, I'm on top of everything that comes my way. Whereas the old version of myself wasn't. I would get so overwhelmed and say those things because I just felt overwhelmed with everything building up, this happening, that happening. But as I heal and grow, and I go, especially meditation and prayer helps me. And I got everything that I needed done um, tonight before I came in. It had to be done. These things had to be taken care of. And I'm like, okay, that's it. But I won't put anything else on my plate with other commitments and things, because I have to take care of me. I have to rest. And that's another thing, guys, I want to talk to you about. When you are healing, make sure you're taking care of yourself and you get the proper rest. Because if you're not doing that, then it can affect your health as well. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're getting a proper rest, and also not allowing toxicity in. Because sometimes the past wants to return and disturb your peace. And I won't allow any of that happen. And I just keep taking care of myself. And one of the ways that I do this when it comes to the past, I ignore it. Silence is the best medicine for toxicity and narcissism. Narcissistic individuals, silence. They hate that. But any fake profiles people are making, pages and emails sending me stuff, I don't respond to it. Oh yeah, yeah, I know what it is, and I don't get upset by it because I've healed it. Once you heal these things in your life, you're unbothered and you start to feel the peace. You're unbothered by that stuff because it no longer affects you as you heal these things. And that's the wonderful thing about healing. That's how you know you're healing and you're growing and you're evolving because these things don't bother you anymore as it used to, you know? So as you heal, think about some things in your life that you want to accomplish and start making steps towards that. And God will do the rest. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. Like what I had to do today, I just can't. I've been up since like 4:30 this morning and getting in about, what time did I get in? About an hour ago, an hour and a half ago. And I made sure I got everything off my plate because I want to rest this weekend and take care of myself instead of worrying about, all these other things. So now that everything has been done, I can rest, and I actually, feel good about that because it was hard. So sometimes when you're healing, challenges may come up, they will come up, and you have to decide how you're going to handle these things, And I just don't procrastinate about it anymore. I just get it done and then keep moving. And that's the message today, guys. And And the other thing is embrace new beginnings. If you're closing old doors, open up new ones. God will open up new doors for you. Embrace them, walk through those new doors, because um there may be things there for you. Like, well, how do I say this? Like when you close the door to the past because of toxicity, abuse, etc., when you open up that new door, it may be new love there, real love, real friends, and sometimes we can't choose who our family is. And if you come from dysfunctional family situations and toxicity and you don't want to be around that, make friends, and make them your family. It doesn't have to be blood. We don't get to choose when it comes to family and situations like that. However, we can choose how we want to deal with that. We do have a choice in that matter. And that's what I do. I just leave the past behind, and then I open up new doors, new beginnings. And it feels good to not to have to deal with toxicity anymore. You start to feel that inner peace, and you're unbothered by the doors that you've closed, because it's for your best, taking care of yourself. So, guys, that's the message today. Um, I have to get some rest because I've been gone since early this morning. My sinuses have started to bother me, and now I'm going to rest. But like I said, I really want to get on here and talk to you guys, because some people are going through so much. Some of you are going through so much. And even though you might feel alone, ask God to help you. Show up here, even if you don't want to talk about what you're going through. Just being here and hearing something that might resonate with you and what I'm talking about, it might help you within your own situation. And share these videos with other people who need to hear the message. This is a no judgment zone. We're here to uplift one another. you know that's the message today. This is Lisa, always shedding love and light. And subscribe to the channel, and so that you will always know when I'm here, because I can never give a time. Like, I just came on now, not too long ago. But I'm here, guys, and I will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Do something good for yourself. And that's the message. And I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.